Hello students, today we are going to start chapter number 6, working with the Excel. Excel is a program that helps you to calculate some data. You can analyze the data. Also it provides some tools to deal with the formulas table. We can also sort the data, filter, conditional formatting and graphs. Okay, so in short we can do some calculations using the Excel. Excel is a tool of Microsoft company. It provides package that is called Microsoft Office. In that, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, Outlook. Okay, these are the different tools are there in this. So in this chapter we are going to start to learn chapter number 6, Excel 2013. Okay, now we are going to start the first point. Before we proceed, we should know the history of the Excel 2013. The first programming for the calculation was VisiCalc and it was introduced in 1979. Okay, now let's start how to start the Excel 2013. So first we should click on start button and we are going to type Excel. Now in this we are going to learn Excel 2013. So I will click on Excel 2013. Okay, now let's see. This is the starting of Excel 2013. Excel provides us pre-defined or built-in some templates, so we can create a ready-made templates. Okay, but today we are going to start the blank workbook. Workbook means in this it consists of more than worksheet. Okay, one worksheet, that is called workbook. Okay, so we're going to click on workbook, first workbook. Yes, this is the main screen of Excel 2013 and we are going to learn all its parts of the Excel 2013. Let's first see, this is called the quick access toolbar, so we can quickly move to the save, we can undo and redo. Okay, this is called the title bar. It shows the active workbook name. Currently it is current workbook name is book 1. Okay, now all we know that this is the minimize, maximize and restore down or close, and this is the icon of the ribbon, opening and closing ribbon. Okay, this entire area is known as the ribbon. These are the tabs. Okay, these are the called tabs. Okay, now next one is we have here columns. See, in Excel is a combination of rows and columns. Okay, these are the columns we can see, and columns are identified by the letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H up to so on. Okay, and rows are indicated by the numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to so on. And when the row and column meet, it is called the cell. So in short we can say the intersection of row and the column is called a cell. Now this is the active column, this is the active row, and this is called active cell. Okay, now here we have sheet 1, so we can insert, this is called the active sheet. Okay, now if you want to insert another sheet, then you can click here new sheet option, so it will add in second sheet. Now sheet 2 is active cell. If you want to click here, you can move to the sheet 1, but each and every sheet contains rows and columns. Okay, now this is called the vertical scroll bar, so that we can scroll to the upside or downside, and this is called the horizontal scroll bar. Okay, now here we can see here status bar is there. Now next one is this, that is called a name box. Name box means in which cell you have clicked or in which cell you are currently selected, that is called a name box. Right now I'm going to click here F and 2, so the name box suggests me F2. Okay, same way here if I click here, then A10, because the column is A and row is 10. So you should know what is address of the cell. So before we tell, we have to start with the column name, then followed by the row name. For example, if I click here, then start with the M and then see the row number 18, so the M18 will be cell address. Okay, you can click different ways to the particular cell. Okay, these are called the worksheet, and this is called different views of the, this is called normal view. Second one, page layout view, you can see different pages of this worksheet, and third one is called page break, so it will break the entire page. This is the first page, but if you want to see, then you can click here normal view. Okay, now this is the zoom capacity, zoom control, plus it will be increase the zoom level, and minus it will decrease the zooming level. Okay students, so this is all about the introduction of the active cell. Okay, now next we are going to learn about the number of rows and number of columns. So in Excel, let's move to the next row. So using arrow key you can move, or using tab key you can move to the next column, or simply if you want to go to the last column you can press Ctrl plus right arrow key. You will find the last column is XFD. Okay, XFD means it will be 16,384 columns are there. Now I want to move to the back, so I will press Ctrl plus left arrow key. So it is on the first. Now I want to go to the last row. First row is 1. Now I want to move to the last row, so Ctrl plus down arrow key, it will be moved to the last row, and the last row of this sheet is 10,48,576 number of rows are there. So we can move to the up by pressing Ctrl plus up arrow key. Okay, now next we are going to learn that is how to type the data. Data type means we can type three kinds of data. For example, numbers, text and formula. For example, I am going to write here. Okay, I have typed here the name, but you can see here the Process Computer Center is not fit on the first column, so I can increase. You can move to the between A and B and drag the column to right side. Okay, so you can rearrange the column height or width, column width. Okay, now I'm pressing to 235. Okay, and I'm going to add the multiplication. So for example, I want to do multiplication of this number, so click here b2, sorry, b1 multiply by 2 and press enter. So you can see here this is called the text data type, this is called the number data type, and this is called the formula, because we have here typed the formulas. Okay, so there are three kinds of data types are there: text, numbers and the formulas. Okay, now let's learn how to enter the data. To enter the data, it is very simple. Click on the particular cell and type your data. When you click on the particular cell, for example, I'm going to type here name. Okay, so when I enter the name, my cursor is still on the A2. Now I have three options here. First one is enter, so you can press directly enter, or you can click here, so your text will be set on that. If you click here clear, then your data will be removed. Okay, so this is means the enter means you can, your data is going to store in this cell. Okay, you can press directly enter from the keyboard, or press this icon from this. Okay, now next we are going to learn how to create a new workbook. Okay, let's learn to create a new workbook. To file, and you can click here new. Now clicking on the new, you can click here blank workbook. Okay, now we have already added a new workbook, so here we have added one workbook. Okay, now we want to save it, so click here this icon, or simply press on Ctrl S, or otherwise you can go to the file and click on the save. It will ask you where you want to save, so I want to save this document in this document, and then I will type here standard 6 English medium chapter number 6. Okay, and then save. So now you can see here workbook name automatically changed. Okay, 6 English medium chapter number 6. Okay, this way we can save the workbook. Okay, now we are going to close this workbook. We don't want to work now. Okay, so click it. So we have closed, but remember, if you want to open and you want to change some data, so how we can do, we have to open the Excel again, Excel 2013. In this we can click here recent, it will show us in recently open, all the worksheet will be open here. But if you want to open again, so click here other, then go to this recent workbook and click the document. So our previously created previously created Excel sheet will be here. Okay, so this way we can create it. Now we are moving to the, in this we will learn, we already learned how to start the Excel window. We already learned how what are the parts of Excel window. We also know three types of data: number, text and formulas. And how to enter the data we already learned, and how to select the data. Okay, now we are going to move to the first action break. In this we have to create this, we have to type roll number, name, available school bus and bus number. There are four columns are there, so we are going to open the Excel. Okay, now we are going to minimize the Excel like this. Okay, yes, now click here first A1, type here roll number and full stop. Okay, now press the tab key to move to the side B column, type name, then type the available school bus. Next press enter, tab key, and then type bus number, full stop, and enter. Now you can see here B column B width is bigger than A, B and D, so we have to again increase the size of the column C. So like this we can increase again. Okay, now type your data, it is given in the same. So let's resize the column like this. Yes, first type the roll number from 1 to 10. 1 2 3, right? This way we can enter the name. Now we are going to enter the name. You can press the enter to next row. Okay, now use the arrow key to upside, and now type the capital yes, no, no, yes, 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 no, yes, no. Okay, now move to the here, type here 10, then on foot, then yes. When you click O, it will automatically suggest you on foot. Okay, so press enter, then 9 6 9 7, then type O, it will automatically suggest 6, then type O. Okay students, so we have made this works, we have typed this. Now see, you can see here roll number is in the center, so select it entire column by pressing on the header, go to the home, we can click here center. Okay, now name is to the left aligned, so it is already left aligned, so we don't need to align the left. Now this available school bus, it is in the center, so select entire column and click here center. Okay, and this bus number is also again this center, so select it and click on the center. Done. So this way we can create this basic part of this Excel. Done. So how to use the center and column, we can do this one by now press Ctrl S, because we have already saved this document. Okay students, so this way we can type the data here. Okay, now after this we are going to solve next selecting the cells. How to select the cells? Cell is a range rectangular block of continuous cell. Okay, that is called a cell. For example, you want to select this entire data, so click here and drag your mouse, hold down the left button and drag mouse to the bottom side so you can select it. Okay, this way you can select. Second way, you can use the extend mode also. In the extend mode you can click here and press the F8 key. So when you click on the F8 key, the extend mode is automatically selected. Okay, now we have to diagonally opposition cells, so we have to click here last cell, it will automatically select. Now press escape key. Okay, got it. So there are different ways to select the, also you can use the go to command. Go to command is also used to select multiple selection. Now sometime if you want to select first A and D also, so select A. Okay, now hold down the control key and press the D. Done. This is called the multiple ranges simultaneously we can select. For example, if you want to select first row and seventh row, so before that you have to click, press the control key and click on this seventh row, and next we want to click on 10th, so hold down the control key and click on 10th. We want to select C also, so select and hold down control key and click here. So remember, when you select multiple columns or multiple rows, you can press the control key and then you can click it. Okay, this way you can select multiple columns and multiple rows same way. Now If you select entire worksheet, then you can press Ctrl plus A. It will automatically select the entire sheet. Okay, if you want to select only single row, so select the row, click on the row and press the shift plus space bar, so it will select. If you want to select entire column, then press Ctrl plus space bar. Okay, remember, Ctrl plus space bar for the selection of entire column and shift plus space bar for the row. Okay, and if you select entire column, entire worksheet, then press Ctrl plus A. Okay, now we are going to start the next work action break, that is on page number 97. In this we have to type this data: employee id, employee name, department and employee salary. Okay, so let's start. First, create new worksheet. So taking second worksheet. Okay, first it will be action break 1, chapter 6, action break 1. We can click, double click here, chapter 6, action break 2. Okay, now in this, Control A and delete everything. Now, okay, now, yeah, okay, resize it and type the data. First is employee id, then employee name, then employee department, then employee salary. Okay, now type employee id capital E001. Okay, same way capital E002, same way. Okay, you can drag it to the down also by holding the control key and drag to the down, and here click on fill series. Then now type the employee name. Now type here for employee department. Manufacturing sales. Now if it is repeating, then it will just, you need to press first letter, it will automatically suggest. Okay, manufacture, manufacture and office. Okay, now type the employee salary, like 30,000, 25,000, 35,000, 28,000, 32,000, 35,000, 40,000, 81,000, 25,000, 22,000. Okay, then we have typed the data. Press the Control S. Yeah, now we are going to adjust this manually. We can adjust it. Okay, yes. Now select the entire detail of employee having id E006. So E06 id, we have to select entire data. So what to do? We have to select entire row. So we must know the shortcut key to select entire row. What is the shortcut key to select entire row? That is called shift plus space bar key. Got it? Shift plus space bar key. Now second, select the entire column of employee name. So click on employee name and hold down, press the Control plus space bar key. Okay, now third question, select the entire worksheet. So select entire worksheet, press Control plus A from the keyboard. Okay, now next one is select the range A1 to B11. So A1 to B11, so A1, so B11, like this. Okay, select the another range D1 to D11, D1 to D11. So we have to select, already we have selected this, it must be selected and we have to select another. So press the Control key and select this one, like this. It is called multiple selection. Okay, now select the row 8 and 9. So we have to select row 8 by clicking on header 8 and by 9, like this. Okay, now select the column C and D. So we can select column C and D like this. We can hold down the left button of the mouse and we can select it. Okay, and select, carry out this task. So we can, how to selection, we have already know how to select this column and rows. Okay students, so this is all about the chapter number 6, some basic parts of the Excel 2013. Okay, after this we are going to solve this chapter exercise. Okay, thank you, bye. Okay, first, dash is a collection of worksheet that is called a workbook. Columns are labeled as A, B, C, A through X, F, D. A dash is a continuous and rectangular block of cell that is called a range. The name box displays the dash of the selected cell's addresses. The dash bar displays the data or formulas existing in the selected cell that is called a formula. A worksheet is a page containing a grid of cells made up of rows and columns. True. To cancel the data entry before pressing enter key, press Alt key. False. An Excel 2013 worksheet has 10,48,576 number of rows. True. You can enter only numbers in Excel 2013 worksheet. False. You can select more than one range using the control key. True. If you press the dash cell except you are typing as its content, enter. The cell reference for a range of cells starts in cell B1 and goes over to continue E and down to row 8 is called B1 to E8. It displays the addresses of the selected cell name box. The number of worksheet in workbook by default is 1. A worksheet opens in this view by default, normal view. Question answers. How many rows and columns are there in a worksheet of Excel 2013? How are they labeled? There are 10,48,576 rows and it labeled by numbers, and there are columns X, F, D and in the form of 16,384. Okay, you should know first how many columns and how many rows are there in this Excel 2013. 10 lakhs 48,000. You can see here, this is the typing mistake. Okay, 10 lakhs 48,576 rows are there. It is labeled by the numbers. Explain the following worksheet view option. Normal view, it is default view and it shows all rows and columns. Page layout view, it divides a worksheet into pages. And page break view, it gives overview of a worksheet with a page break. What is range? How will you select a range of cells A2 to B5? So range is a rectangular block of continuous cells. Continuous means cells that touches each other especially along a line. For the selection, place mouse pointer at cell A1, keep left mouse button pressed and drag it diagonally to the cell D5. How will you select the following? Row 5, click on row 5 heading. Column C, click the column heading C. Entire worksheet, press Ctrl plus A. Alternately, you can use the shortcut key. Okay, previously we have learned. How will you select the long range of cells A1 to H5? Place mouse pointer at cell A1. Keep left mouse button pressed and drag it diagonally to left to the cell H50. Name the buttons that appear to left of the formula bar as soon as you start typing in this cell. So this enter button is used to enter the data. Name the types of data you can enter in the worksheet. You can enter 3 types of data: numbers, text and formula. How will you add one more worksheet to an worksheet Excel workbook? So for this, click on new worksheet icon on the bottom of the sheet. Okay students, this is all about the chapter number 6, basic of Excel 2013. Okay, for more practice, if you have a computer, then solve this, do it in your computer, and also solve the Excel break extra work. It is given on your page number 100. Okay, work out A, B, C and D. Okay students, write down this exercise in your notebook. Okay, thank you.